When you're famous, you have to live to a higher standard. If not, you could find yourself being banned from other countries. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor, and today I'm counting down the top 10 celebrities banned from leaving America. So what celebrities do you think shouldn't be allowed to leave America? And let us know in the comments below. Starting off our list today at number 10, we have Selena Gomez. Back in 2016, Selena Gomez would be forced to cancel her tour dates in China because she once took a photo with the Dalai Lama. The singer, who was set to kick off her worldwide tour that May, was due to perform in Shanghai in August as part of her revival tour. However, those concert dates would then be removed from the official website because of her association with the Tibetan spiritual leader, who fled India in exile after a failed uprising against the Chinese government in 1959. Because of the photo and now the recent allegations brought up against the Dalai Lama, the Chinese government has extended their ban on Selena Gomez performing in the country. With the initial ban coming after Selena shared a photo in 2012 when she first met with the religious leader during rehearsals for the We Day Vancouver event. The photo no longer appears to be on Selena Gomez's account unless you deep dive Twitter. Selena now joins a group of selective artists that are banned for life from entering the country. Number 9. Miley Cyrus. Hannah Montana star Miley Cyrus once got banned from going to China back in 2009 after she was pictured being pretty insensitive to the Chinese community. After she was seen with her friend making her eyes look slanted, the Chinese government was so upset over Miley's actions that they even banned any broadcast of her TV show, films, or sales of her merchandise. The Chinese foreign minister at the time also stated, "Miss Cyrus has made it clear that she is no friend to China or anyone of East Asian descent. We have no interest in further polluting our children's minds with her American ignorance." Even after Miley issued an apology saying, "I've also been told that there are some people upset about some pictures taken of me with my friends making goofy faces. Well, I'm sorry if those people looked at those pics and took them wrong and out of context." China would then stand by their decision, and with it, the star is still banned from entering in today. Hey my little peaches, are you liking this video so far? If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you never have to miss out on what we might just cover next. Number 8. Johnny Depp. Back in 2015, Johnny Depp would be told he had 3 days to remove his dogs from Australia or they would be put down. After Johnny and his ex-wife Amber Heard were accused of not declaring their Yorkshire Terriers Boo and Pistol to customs officials when they flew into Queensland by private jet, with Australia having strict animal quarantine laws to help prevent importing infections. It's said that the former couple knew of this and they were urged by Australia officials not to bring their animals. With both making a YouTube video to apologize for their arrogance, they would go on to highlight the beauties of Australia before promising not to disrespect the country again. However, after it was proved that the travel documents were also falsified for the dogs to come to Australia in the first place, Australian officials would then ban both Johnny and his ex-wife from entering the country, and Amber even had to be released on a bail just so she could leave the country to return to the States. Number 7. Lil Wayne. Entry into Canada can sometimes be very challenging for those who have a record of criminal conviction, including celebrities looking to perform. With Lil Wayne having a criminal record after he was convicted in 2007 for some pretty serious crimes and served 8 months in prison because he was on probation and considered to be a threat in both 2011 and 2012, he would be denied from entering Canada, and he would have to cancel 2 stops on his concert tour. Lil Wayne would also be denied from entering into the UK for the same tour, and would go on to show that just because you're famous and have a boatload of cash, but if you don't take appropriate precautions beforehand, you can be denied entry anywhere in the world, even if you have a sold-out show. Number 6. Chris Brown. With Chris Brown being a talented dancer, actor, rapper, and songwriter who rose to fame in the early 2000s, his career would soon become tainted by his bad behavior. From his very public altercation with Rihanna and other girlfriends to a series of traffic incidents, Chris found himself being in trouble quite often. His activities even reached a fever pitch in 2010 after he was reportedly banned from entering into 3 countries, with the rapper finding himself being banned from the United Kingdom, Australia, and Canada, while the UK has gone on to to recently lift his ban so he can perform on tour, Canada, New Zealand, and Australia have remained firm on their decision to keep the R&B singer out of their countries, as they are afraid of the commotion he could cause if they were to let him in. With everyone watching the mess that's happening on his tour right now, depending on how he behaves going forward, it could determine if his bans could be lifted very shortly, but considering his list of offenses are pretty heavy, I doubt we will ever see that happen. Number 5. Alec Baldwin. During a 2009 appearance on the David Letterman show, Alec Baldwin joked that he was thinking about getting a Filipina mail-ordered bride. This would then lead to the members of the Philippine Senate to demand an apology for his offensive remark. A week later, Baldwin would then in fact issue an apology on his HuffPost blog. Although the Philippines ambassador to the United States labeled the star's apology as a positive reaction on Baldwin, the actor was nonetheless soon blacklisted by the Bureau of Immigration after being deemed as an undesirable alien, meaning the actor can't set foot in the country. However, due to recent events that happened on the set of Rust, with the actor being charged for not following safety protocols, the actor is now not allowed to leave the States as he is a flight risk, and with the trial starting in May, anything can happen and his ban could be extended, meaning he may never be allowed to leave the States for the rest of his life. Number 4. Anna Delvey. Fake heiress Anna Delvey is trying to attempt to shake off her fraudster image after she scammed her way through Manhattan, using an embedded trust fund to persuade the city's power brokers to invest in a members-only art club. Back in 2019, she would be convicted of grand larceny, among a slew of other financial crimes, for stealing more than $200,000 from investors, banks, and friends, and ultimately destroying the lives of many in her innermost circle. She then spent the majority of her 2-year sentence in Rikers prison. After being released from prison in February 2021, she would then be detained by immigration authorities for overstaying her visa. Now she's on house arrest and on an agreement to stay off social media, meaning her photo shoots for the foreseeable future will have to take place from her home. When the star is finally able to leave house arrest, she won't be able to leave the country, as she will never be able to get back in, and many countries are scared that if they let her into their country, she might scam more people out of thousands of dollars. So for now, if you want to catch a glimpse of her, you might be able to see her in her Manhattan apartment on her fire escape, blasting some Drake music. Number 3. Pusha T. During an episode on Drink Champs podcast back in 2022, Pusha T would say he was banned from Canada after a 2018 concert went down amid his beef with Drake, and it ended in a brawl. When discussing his history of beef with J. Prince and Lil Wayne, among others, Pusha said he was banned from the country following his infamous 2018 concert. He made the comment after NORE suggested that he would want a collaboration with Drake if it were him beefing with the OVO rapper. But Push doesn't feel the same way, as Pusha then went on to explain that he wouldn't be playing shows in Canada anytime soon when he said, "I'm banned from Canada." When he was asked if he brought things too far, Push would respond by saying, "I don't care, there is no too far, I don't play like that, that's why you don't play with me, leave me alone. Leave me be, because there is no too far." He then went on to claim that since he pushed Drake, he went too far over the situation. Number 2. M.I.A. Musician M.I.A. back in 2018 would say she was unable to board a plane to Canada on Tuesday after officials in the United Kingdom found a stamp on her passport. With the singer scheduled to attend the Canadian premiere of her documentary at the Hot Docs Festival in Toronto on May 2nd that year, she would take to her Instagram to write about her experience by saying, "Jealousy is a terrible thing. At the airport in London, they won't let me board a plane to Canada for the screening of my documentary. Apparently, a mysterious person has added a stamp on my name in 2017 for some issue. No one knows who or what it's about. I wonder who is that powerful in Canada or the United States and who also doesn't want me to talk about the film. It's basically criminal." Just after the Paper Planes rapper would take to her Twitter account to ask, "Who is the best immigration lawyer on the right side of humanity. And coming in number 1 today, we have Snoop Dogg. In 2012, US rapper Snoop Dogg would be banned from entering Norway for 2 years after he tried to enter the country with a small amount of green. The star was held at the airport on his way to a music festival when custom officials found that he was carrying 8 grams of the substance. Lawyers then said the rapper had no immediate plans to appeal against the ban and that he could live with the decision. At the time, Snoop Dogg was also carrying more cash than he was legally allowed to carry in Norway, and he was also fined 5,500 euros after admitting to the 2 offenses. Officials then did let him go to perform at the festival, but the next day he was then sent back to the United States. And he waited out his 2 years before he decided to return. Well, that's it for this video, my little peaches, and until the next one, remember to stay juicy.